You beast, you animal. How could you make the best ever camera promo video ever?
I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it was so good.
Thanks, man.
I only have one question for you.
Sure.
Is it as good as it seems?
Yes.
Oh my
Absolutely,
goodness.
yes. Today, July 9th, 2020 shall officially be known as Canon Day. Canon just made some insane final announcement releases of cameras, probably the most anticipated cameras in probably a decade. I would say since the 5D Mark II, there hasn't been this much buzz about a camera. And honestly, this whole time, I've been waiting for the moment where we find out that it's not as good as we thought. For a long time now, I've been super worried about Canon, that they've kind of given up on cameras, that they're not gonna be pushing it as much, they're not gonna be innovating, they're just gonna like smooth sail, make some decent cameras, but boy was I wrong. The R5 is like, even every time I learn more about it, I'm like, wait, it does that too? Wait, it has that and that? Like I feel like I'm dreaming. It doesn't make any sense, especially from Canon, but I'll take it. And I just posted my full review of the Zcam E2 F6, which is like, specs and everything are just so insane. I might as well have reviewed like a trash can because everybody is so interested in the R5. And there's been a bunch of times where you guys are like, ooh, that looks a little bit different from the EOS R. Ooh, that looks a little bit sharper in the dynamic range. He probably has the R5. He's shooting on the R5. I do not have the R5. I wish I did. I'm trying like all the avenues to get one, including I pre-ordered one from B&H. I don't think I've ever pre-ordered a camera on the day, like instantly as it was announced. But yeah, I don't want to take any chances, just in case Canon, for whatever reason, doesn't want to, let me review one of theirs. Future Matti here. I was so excited by everything. I didn't even really go through any of the specs or anything. So let's go through a few things. It is full frame, no crop in any of the modes, all the way up to 8K RAW. Not sure if I'll ever shoot an 8K RAW, maybe sometimes. 4K, 120 frames per second at a whopping 1880 megabits per second. That's some like high quality 120. I can't wait to bring 120 frames per second back. Oversampled 4K, that means it's using the whole 8K sensor and then scaling it down, so you're getting a really high quality 4K image. And you're getting so many more things that I'm finding, all these autofocus things and all that, and you're getting all that for $3,899. Now that's a lot of money, but I honestly thought that the R5 would be closer to like $7,500. I thought it was going to be like ridiculously expensive, that I could never in good conscience recommend it to people because it would cost so much. So I think that's like a pretty reasonable price, much less than I thought. I'll probably end up using mostly the 4K, I think, but it is nice to have 8K because it means that you could be using this camera for a long time into the future because you're getting more quality than you need right now, that's for sure. The only issue I've seen so far is the overheating thing, and I'm hoping it's not as bad as some people online are making it out to be. I'm gonna have to test it for myself. That seems like the only drawback so much. They've packed so much into this camera that it's gonna overheat. Just like with the Sonys, they put in a lot in their cameras and they overheat easily. Now it looks like Canon might be running into that issue. And the sleeper here might actually be the R6. You're getting a lot of the same features, 4K, 10-bit, 422 color, just a lot of great features. No, you're not getting 8K, which most people do not need. No, you're not getting the 4K at 120 frames per second. That's probably the biggest downer, but the price, $2,500. That is a lot more affordable, and I never thought that you would get all of this for $2,500 from Canon. I would have expected it from somebody else, but not from Canon. Am I still dreaming? I think one of the biggest things that I'm pumped about is I've been on the same camera for like a year and a half now, and I just want to use something new. I've reviewed so many cameras, and none of the cameras that I've reviewed have been better than the EOS are for my filmmaking, for these videos, for YouTube. Until now, I'm pretty sure the R5 is gonna be what I switch to, so I'm excited. So I don't have one yet, but I do have a good friend who has had some experience with it. Were you expecting this massive light to be behind the camera? I have a feeling you weren't. It's not always as it seems. There isn't perfect light everywhere in the office. Ooh, 1 minute.
You beast, you animal. How could you make the best ever camera promo video ever?
I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh my gosh.
It was a lot of work, man. Like, there was like 17 tracks of sound.
Oh, I believe it.
Like 17 tracks deep. Like, we just like add track.
Oh, it was so good.
Thanks, man.
I only have one question for you.
Sure.
Is it as good as it seems?
Yes.
Oh my
Absolutely,
goodness.
Yes. 100%. Honestly, it still kind of makes no sense. I'm like, what brand makes a camera that like cannibalizes everything else they sell?
Yeah.
I'm like, because it's just like, there was one guy on the team who was like, I've had it. It's all going in.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
I feel like I am dreaming. It is too good to be true still to me.
Yeah. It's I'm still dreaming. Like I used it and I was like, this isn't in my hands. This isn't real. Anyway.
Anyways.
Thanks, man.
Hi guys.
Hi, guys. Hi.
In family news, Kai has been an absolute nightmare. I was just telling Peter, just terrible 2 threes. Apparently it goes into the threes. Just screaming, throwing remotes. You guys see him as this like little perfect angel, right? Like he's like the cutest. Cart full. I don't know how far I got, but what I was saying is that Kai has been an absolute nightmare recently. You guys see him as a perfect angel. He is far from it. He is not a perfect kid. Peter, you've dealt with this before. You got any like advice for me, like dad advice for the people?
Weather the storm.
This isn't helping. Oh man, having a kid is the hardest thing you will ever do in your life. I don't know if I ever said this to you guys.
That's the best thing.
That's the thing. So I've always wanted a kid. It's the most incredible thing ever, and it really is. But I never understood why somebody wouldn't want to have a kid. When people were like, oh, I don't want kids, I'd be like, you're an idiot. Like, of course you want kids. Until I had my own kid. Now I understand why somebody's like, oh, I don't want kids. I'm like, yeah, that makes 100% sense. Like, it's a great decision. But also, kids are amazing.
It's a little bit of work.
It is.
It's the tad.
I think it's the challenge of becoming a better person, which is what having a kid really makes you do. Like, you have to be like, my patience, man, today it was tested. Peter's like the hometown celebrity that still lives in the hometown. He didn't move to LA or New York, so everybody knows him. I love it. Thanks, Peter, for this bubbly. I very much appreciate it. You're the best. Love you, man.
Bye. Good hanging out.
See ya.
By the amount of sweat on me, you would think that I went for a run or something. Just a one wheel outside, sitting down for most of it. Could just feel the sweat. Too much information, sorry. Car wash! 2 seconds later, Kai is out. And Princess wants a poutine.
2 seconds after dinner.
The life of a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Well, here's a question.
What's the question?
To ketchup or not to ketchup your poutine?
To ketchup for sure. I was just gonna ask, do Americans think that this is super weird?
Well, Americans don't even have poutine, really.
That's what I'm saying. Cheese and gravy on fries. Does that sound
I
good
mean-
or terrible?
You know that girl that I like, Gabi Dawkin? She has her grilled cheese sandwich with ketchup, and people hate on her for that.
What?
Yeah, and she's like, and I also
How
like
can
ketchup with
you can't eat a
burger and
grilled cheese
fries?
without ketchup.
Also, she had the pang. Oh no, wait. Americans don't even have that.
They don't.
Oh, fail. I was just gonna say that she had like the paying machine on a hockey stick, which is very Canadian. But then I realized that Americans, you guys don't even have the machines. They always take your card and stuff. So
How does that work then for takeout?
Americans, what do you?
What do you do? How do you pay for things?
How do you pay with a credit card in America? Kai's still sleeping. In other news, seems like TikTok might be going down. I make one video about TikTok and then next week it's going down. I checked TikTok today and all the views everywhere were just 0. I don't know, was that happening for you? And there's a bunch of rumors that TikTok is going to be taken down in America. And that would be the end of TikTok. Great lesson, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now I'm gonna go for a run. I may or may not go for a run. If there's a running clip, then I went for a run. If there isn't, then I just watched Billions.